Hi friends, it's Mr. Sal. So this month of April, we are going to be focusing on using paddles and rackets, all right? Paddles and rackets are used in sports like tennis, ping pong, pickleball, badminton, racquetball, okay? So we're going to, so we're going to work on how to use paddles in order to complete different types of physical skills, okay? Now, just going to show you what, the types of rackets that you can use, all right, if you have them. Now, since I don't have them with me in my house right now, I'm going to show you pictures, friends and families, on the types of rackets and paddles you can use, okay? So, you can use a badminton racket, you can use a tennis racket, racquetball racket that's a little shorter, or use a pickleball paddle, okay? Could be wood or plastic, all right? And then also, all right, you can also use a ping pong paddle, all right? Any paddle will work, all right? Any paddle or racket will work, all right? So the equipment you're gonna need, friends, is one paddle or racket. You're gonna need one beanbag, one balloon, and one ball. Now, friends, friends and families, I know that some of you, would prefer not to purchase your own equipment, and that's okay, all right? Because I'm going to show you the different ways, the different items around your homes that you can use. In addition, I'm also going to show you ways to create your own rackets and paddles, all right? So let's go over the paddles first. Now, in replace of a paddle, friends, you can definitely use a dustpan, okay? Pretty much anything, friends, anything that has a handle on it, okay? A flat item with a handle on it, okay? You can use. You can use the dustpan, okay? You can use a hairbrush with the solid, backside. All right. You can use a clipboard, okay, with with a two-handed volley, okay, that works just as well. If you have a hard-covered book, all right, that'll work too, just like this. All right. Make sure it's hard-covered though, because if you try to use something like a flimsy book like this, it doesn't work as well. Okay. So those are some examples of paddles that you can use. And actually, I do have one more. However, friends and families, if you don't feel comfortable, using this, then I would not recommend. But I just want to show you. You can also use a frying pan. All right. However, we all know that a frying pan is made of metal, and if you do, drop this and it lands on your foot, it's going to hurt. So I wouldn't recommend this, but I'm just showing you, an item that you can use. All right. So there. Now, friends, if you would like to get more creative, you can definitely create your own paddles, and I'm going to show you how, all right? All you're going to need is tape, all right? Tape, a pair of scissors to cut the tape, and then, friends, all you need is some kind of disc and some kind of long tool and put them together, all right? So, for example, here I have a spatula, friends, with a plastic lid, okay? I put the spatula on the back, I tape it down hard, okay? And there you have your paddle, okay? Or your tennis racket. Here's another example, friends. Here's another example I made, okay? If for some reason, friends, you feel like, a spatula is too large to grip, because you have smaller hands, Here's another idea. You could take a plastic knife, make sure you get mommy and daddy's permission to use this, okay? Use a plastic knife, tape it to a plastic lid again, all right? And there you have your little mini one, all right? Okay. Now, for some of my friends, maybe trying to volley and catch with a paddle or racket, it might be a little hard, okay? So then in that case, friends, all right, what we use in gym class is something called a scoop, all right? It looks like a little net with a handle on it, okay? Now those are hard to come by, so I'm going to show you examples of what you can use if a regular paddle is too hard to handle, okay? So You can use this salad spinner or colander. Okay, it has a handle, and it's a lot easier to work with. Okay, when you're trying to catch. All right. Okay, so that's one example. You can also use a cooking pot, but once again, like the frying pan, these are made of metal, okay, and it's very, very heavy. So if you do drop it, it's gonna hurt, if it lands on your foot. So I would not recommend using this, but only if you want to. Okay, I'm just showing you this as an example of a tool you can use, all right, as a paddle. All right, so if you want to make your own scoop, all right, you can try this. Take another spatula, friends, with tape, and then get a plastic bowl of some kind, all right? So instead of a plastic lid that's nice and flat, have a plastic bowl that has a opening, okay, on top. Just tape the spatula there, and there you have your scoop. Now, friends, there are other tools in your house that you can use to make your paddles, okay? You can use definitely any kind of wooden spoon or wooden fork. You can use a metal spoon, okay? You can even use writing utensils like a pencil or pen or marker, okay, as your handle. You can even, friends, use your toothbrush, okay? It's got a handle. Just put a flat object on top of it and tape it down, and there you go. All right? Or you can also use a paper towel roll as well. All right. So those are examples of paddles and rackets, friends. Now we're going to talk about the items we're going to use to either volley or catch with. All right. So the first week, friends, okay, we're going to learn how to balance and toss and catch with a racket or paddle and a beanbag. All right. If you don't have a beanbag, friends, you can definitely use a small stuffed animal, or you can take a sockball, but make sure you make it nice and flat, all right, so it resembles a beanbag. Because when you're actually, performing, these tricks to toss and catch, okay, it's a lot. This is a good way to, this is a good tool to use instead of a beanbag, all right, if you don't have a beanbag in the house, all right. Okay. Then the second week, friends, we're going to be learning how to strike different objects, okay? So you'll definitely need a balloon for the second week of using paddles and rackets, okay? If you don't have a balloon, okay, you can definitely use a plastic grocery bag, and then you can fill it with other grocery bags as well, okay? And this will be a great way to work on your volume, okay? Okay? So this would be in replacement of a balloon. Okay? And then eventually, friends, we're going to get to using different kind, of balls to play tennis with or pickleball with in our homes. So if you have tennis balls, wonderful. Any small ball will work. Ping pong ball, tennis ball, one of those bouncy handballs, okay, those will work. If you do not have a ball like this size, you can definitely make a paper ball. Just take 2 or 3 pieces of paper, crumble them up into a ball, and then use Scotch tape, friends, and put a lot of tape around it, and this will work just as well, okay, when we're trying to, strike a ball. It works just as well. Okay. All right. So, friends, those are the items that you can use, all right, in your homes if you don't have the items that I listed, okay? Let's go over them again. For this month of April, friends, you're going to need a paddle or a racket. You're going to need a beanbag. You'll need a balloon and a small ball. And then of course, friends, if you don't have those items or you do not want to purchase those items, use the items that we just went over, okay? So you might want to rewind this tape and look back, to see how to either make your own paddle or the different items that you can use in your house to have a handle on it, okay? What I would also recommend, friends, is before every gym class, you might want to get your equipment ready. Okay, so get some kind of bin or a basket or a laundry basket, okay, and then put your items in that basket so you're ready every single day. All right. Remember, friends, if you have any questions, you can contact me on Class Dojo or Google Classroom, okay? And I'll be glad to answer your questions, all right? I'm very excited to get started with our paddle and racket unit, okay? I hope you are too, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.